The CW network is like the butthole of the TV industry. They're just pushing shit out that nobody wants to watch. And I was recently scrolling through their very unimpressive catalog that makes even Netflix look good in comparison to what they're producing when I stumbled across this article here that says one of CW's shows, Riverdale, is going to end with season 7. And now I'm going to tell you a dirty little secret, and I want you to pinky promise me that you won't tell anybody else. I have watched every single episode of Riverdale. Now put down your pitchforks and torches, don't start marching towards my house just yet. Allow me to explain how I have watched every episode of this show. Think of it much like watching two homeless dudes fight over a $1 bill. You know you should probably stop it, but it's just too goofy to not see the thing through, you know? You gotta see how it ends. And that's how I feel about this show. It's just so wacky that I have to see how it ends. Season 1 started out as a typical mediocre little high school drama, and now in Season 6, all those same characters from Season 1 have superpowers, and they're about to fight a supervillain to save their town. So I have to see this thing through. I've watched too much to turn back now. I'm going to watch every single episode of this show and wear it proudly around my waist like an achievement. Not even hanging on my wall. But none of that even matters because we're not here to talk about shows getting canceled today. We're here to talk about how bad the CW network is as a whole. And mainly I'm going to be talking about the superhero shows today because they love grabbing those IPs from DC, making them dig their own grave, and then when they get done whopping their anuses with them and the show gets canceled, they'll just toss them in that grave, cover them up, and then go take another one from DC. I don't know what kind of deal they made, but they should not be allowed to keep producing these shows. They are an abomination to the eye. 9 out of 10 doctors recommend you do not watch these shows at the fear of going blind from how bad the CGI is. But before we get to that, I want to start off with examples of showing you how bad these shows are with Riverdale. This is just a little clip to give you a taste of what's in store when we make it to the superhero shows.
If we weren't here, we'd be in high school, joining clubs, trying out for sports.
Not me. I dropped out in the 4th grade to run drugs to support my nana.
That means you haven't known the triumphs and defeats, the epic highs and lows of high school football. But you will.
I'm pretty sure that clip comes from Season 1, Episode 1 of Riverdale. He just compared the mental trauma of dropping out of school in the 4th grade to become a drug dealer to support his family to the epic highs and lows of high school football. That means he'll never get the feeling of starting on a varsity high school football team. And that's just a shame, man. That means he'll be a loser for life, a permanent L engraved on his forehead. But anyways, moving on from that, I'm going to show you the oh-so-infamous Supergirl CGI now that is many more times goofy than what we just experienced.
When the ones you love turn their back on you, that's pain. But you'll see when you suffer the way you made me suffer. You can't touch me without hurting yourself.
That's why he brought me.
I'm just popping in here real quick to let you know this got nominated for Best Superhero TV Show. Let that sink in. Come on in.
You can't incept any of us now.
Don't be so sure.
Agent Blake? Gone, now!
Dark!
Yep, that was what they chose to use as a promo piece for the show. So that's what they think is one of the highlights of the show, the better parts of this TV show, Supergirl. So what does the worst parts look like? I don't know who's going to see that and start going, woo, yeah, I got to watch Supergirl. That looked hype and exciting, dude. I got to watch this show, man. I got to watch every new episode free on Mondays. They better be streaming it for free, man. There's no way you should be paying for this show. They should be paying you to watch this show. Dear God, that's bad. And now we're moving on to the CW's more popular shows, The Flash. I believe it's on like season 7 or 8. And I remember my friends in like middle school would tell me, oh, you gotta watch The Flash, it's such a good show. And now that I've seen this stuff that I'm about to show you, Those people had to be paid actors or brainwashed, sleeper agents who get activated every time they hear the phrase TV shows to blurt in and go, oh, The Flash on the CW is an amazing show. You should watch it. I've watched a little bit of the earlier seasons, and it's still mediocre at best. It's not amazing by any means. Even if this is one of the better shows on the CW, it's still mediocre compared to good TV shows. But anyways, this clip is from Season 7, which is the most recent season, I believe, as of me recording this video. And this is what they have in store in terms of CGI. I think it's fair to say that most of the budget for this show went into buying that car right there, the Audi R8, because they clearly put no money or effort into this CGI. I mean, it is god-awful. It literally looks like some kid slapped it together in After Effects or something. I genuinely cannot believe this is what they're doing for one of their most successful shows. This is the pinnacle of what the CW can create. This is one of their longest running shows with presumably one of their biggest budgets. And this is what they pump out. This is what they can squeeze out. But if you thought that's all the desecrating of superhero identities that the CW has done, they got a new show coming, and it's called Gotham Knights. And I'm just going to play this little clip from the trailer, and you can make your own opinions.
Harvey. Turner, it's your father. He's dead. I have to ask you, did you know he was Batman?
Look at this. This looks like some dude who's cosplaying Batman just running around the streets with a Batman mask on and black clothes. Do you not even have the budget to dress him up in a Batman suit? That is not Batman. That's a guy at Comic-Con dressed up as Batman who just got murdered. I'm sure there's porn parodies out there that have better Batman costumes than this right here. This is just a disgrace to Batman, man. Like, that's so stupid. That looks so bad. So dumb.
We have 3 suspects in custody.
Got your fingerprints on the gun that killed Bruce Wayne.
That's not what happened.
We were paid to break into his office, not kill him.
So the plot of this show is going to revolve around Batman being shot and killed with a gun. Something he has never been affected by in the past. But some snot-nosed teenager pulls the trigger on him and oops, Batman's dead. That is so disrespectful to the name of Batman. He's getting killed by some random teenager who nobody knows who happened to have a gun, and they shot him. Oopsie. Not even like the Joker killed Batman, or the Riddler killed Batman, or one of his many arch nemesis killed Batman. A gun? A teenager with a gun killed Batman? So yeah, I guess you could probably assume how this show is going to turn out. Much like the other ones, maybe have a season or two if they're lucky and then get canceled because it's so atrociously bad. After seeing all these examples of how bad the CW shows are, I'm convinced that the way they come up and write their scripts is like that South Park joke about how they say Family Guy uses manatees and idea balls to come up with the jokes for their episodes. But instead of idea balls, the CW writers just poop in each other's hands and then fling that at a whiteboard. And that's how they come up with their shows and their ideas for the shows, as well as the dialogue in their shows. Because that Riverdale clip, man, that is just horrible. That clip felt like it was written and performed by AIs. There's no way that was real people that performed that right there. That's just so goofy. But hey, look on the bright side. After 7 long seasons of being in a poorly written show, the actors of Riverdale can finally be set free. Like birds from a cage, go out and explore and stay as far away from the CW network as they possibly can. And that's pretty much the only silver lining from this video. The rest of it's just, it's just bad. It's just sad, man, really. But that's all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to go over the CW network. It's been irking me for a long time, just how bad everything they do is. Oh man, they just take a dump on every single superhero's forehead and just make them wear that around town all the time. Just being haunted, reminded that they now have a show on the CW network. Like Superman's on there. Batman got absolutely disrespected with that Halloween costume guy that got shot and killed. That's not Batman. And they even had to go and work in superheroes into Riverdale. They just love making bad superhero stories. But yeah, other than that, I'll catch you next time. Peace out.